Welcome back to Movies on the Focus, the podcast where we dissect cinematic masterpieces, and sometimes, cinematic messes. I'm your host, Bob, and with me, as always, is the delightfully opinionated Alice.
Hey everyone. And Bob, delightfully opinionated, is one way to put it. Let's just say I'm passionate about movies, shall we? Today's film is a classic that still gives me nightmares. John Carpenter's The Thing.
A chilling classic indeed. Released in 1982, this isn't your typical monster movie, Alice. It's a slow burn, a psychological thriller wrapped in a sci-fi horror coat. Directed by the master of horror himself, John Carpenter, the man behind Halloween, Escape from New York. The list goes on.
Exactly. And the suspense. That's what makes it truly terrifying. You're never sure who's human and who's, well, The Thing. It earned an R rating, rightfully so. This movie is not for the faint of heart. It had a runtime of 109 minutes of pure paranoia. Though it only received 5 nominations for awards, it's still considered a masterpiece. The plot is so clever. The whole thing is centered around an Antarctic research station where things start to get strange. The Norwegian encounter sets the stage for utter chaos.
The creature design is still iconic, even today. It's practical effects, not CGI, which adds to the realism and the sheer gross-out factor. Remember that infamous blood test scene? Oh, and the ending. Don't even get me started. Absolutely ambiguous, leaving you questioning everything. It was a commercial success too, grossing almost $20 million at the box office. Not bad for a movie that's more about atmosphere than jump scares.
Totally. The movie really makes you question trust and paranoia. It received an 8.2/10 on IMDb, an 85% on Rotten Tomatoes, and a respectable 57 on Metacritic. The critics were more divided than the researchers in the film. The blend of practical effects and that creeping dread are what make this movie truly special. The whole cast does a brilliant job too, with Kurt Russell leading the charge.
Absolutely. Kurt Russell is perfect as McReady, that grizzled, cynical leader. The supporting cast is incredible as well. Wilford Brimley and Keith David bring so much to the table. I think the lasting power of The Thing lies in its exploration of fear, isolation, and the breakdown of trust.
It's a film that stays with you long after the credits roll. It's one of those movies you'll rewatch and discover new details and subtle nuances each time. So, Bob, would you recommend The Thing?
Without a doubt, Alice. If you can handle the intensity and the unsettling imagery, The Thing is a must-see. A true cinematic masterpiece from 1982 that still holds up incredibly well today.
Agreed. Until next time, folks, stay spooky.